All right, we're live. So, to start off, I guess, to go over preparation activities a little bit, if you have any questions. I think we both worked through them all.
Yep.
I thought some of it was actually easier than last week.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I guess I can just use this if I don't have my paper. So,
I thought that for question 2 on the prep, they were pretty
straightforward.
Yeah. So these here, they took me a while to kind of figure out because I don't know
The ranges of those, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I was able to actually go in and make sure I have it right, and I'm pretty sure
yeah.
I have them here.
I think 2 was just the most confusing for me, but then I always forget to do the bracket and parenthesis or vice versa.
Yeah, so
So
it's the second one and then the second to last.
yeah.
Those are the ones that kind of confuse me.
Yeah.
Where it's everything but 5/2.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the last one.
Yeah, so the other ones are like tangent, -1x, cosine -1x, so
right.
Those are pretty good. With the restricted domains, now all the trigonometric functions are one-to-one, thus the inverse are functions. When finding the inverse of a function, you switch the input and the output. For the original 6 trig functions, you input an angle and output a side length. Yeah. Thus, for the inverse, you will input a side length and output an angle. So that was pretty straightforward.
Right.
Square root of 3/2, pi over 3, 2. We worked through those. Please reference the section in the book and discuss, use the fact that some, so yeah, and this one was pretty easy, just finding C. I just did the a squared plus b squared equals c squared, which I don't know if, I think they just did the tangent, but you can, I guess, if you're finding both, yeah, you have to do that first. So you would have to do, 7 over the tangent of 42, 7.77 sine of 42 degrees. Yeah, so 10.46. And then the angle, you just do the 90 minus 42. So that wasn't too bad. I did that last week. This weekend. So if we go to
Here we have the extension problems.
Yeah. So we worked through those as well.
Yeah, and I thought one was pretty straightforward. And just kind of moving back to the
what did you get? What I got for the second one, this cosine. Remember what you got for this one? Is cosine tangent.
Cosine tangent. I had square root of 3/2.
Okay.
So what I did is I just took the tangent of 1 over 3. I had a friend
That's okay.
Some of these, but most of them I could just go back here.
Yeah.
So then I basically I solved that and then I just put it in for the cosine and did the same thing. So
other than that, I know. So this one I was confused on, and then I realized it was just undefined. So the rest of them, sine -5 pi over 6, -1/2. Those are pretty straightforward. So number 2, give the following triangles, solve for the unknown pieces, discuss the method used to solve and why that is the correct method. So like I said, the first one you're given the 2. So you can just do a squared plus b equals, so 6 squared plus b equals 15 squared, which gives you 3.03. I believe, yeah. But those ones, did you have any questions or anything about those?
Not really.
Yeah, what percent do you do? You do, yeah.
Yeah, so, like I said, I had a friend kind of help me with some of those questions I was having on them. So, you know, I'm just
Yes.
making up some.
These ones are a little more work. You have to find both. Oops. But yeah, and the tower one
Yeah, that one.
definitely helped to draw out a picture.
Yeah, it really helped kind of put things in perspective for me.
Yeah.
Because once I had that done, I could just basically go back to algebra.
Yeah, exactly.
Solve for it, so.
Sine 32, 125. Yeah. What questions would you like to have answered and can be answered from this right triangle? Are we supposed to answer all these questions? Oh, yeah.
So I don't. I
Well,
mean,
I don't know.
I don't really know what questions to ask.
Yeah, I
when it
don't
says stuff
really
like
know
that,
either.
So.
So,
um,
object may tell me that since you can find a water tower. Until I have the tower, not the following data. Let's see.
so this one was a little bit harder for me
Uh-huh.
because it was like split in half.
Yeah.
So.
These ones are a little trickier. And this one, actually, you have to do for number 3 on the quiz.
Okay.
A little bit, so. Yeah, it's definitely more work just because it's split into 2, but.
Yeah. So, but aside from that,
Sweet.
I had to refer back to the kind of like the answer for this one, just because I wasn't even really quite sure where to start on it.
Yeah.
So, but once I got it going, I was able to kind of figure it out a little bit more on my own. So.
Sweet. So yeah, in fact, this one you can even look at for the third quiz. The quiz question.
Okay.
We'll talk about the other 2, but as long as we're on that one, that hot topic. It says the angle of elevation of the top of the Angel Moroni and the Rexford Temple from point X on the ground is 47.8 degrees. From point Y, 75 feet further from the temple, the angle of elevation is 36.5. What is the height of the Rexford Temple, including Moroni? So here, I'll just kind of draw this out.
I'm curious to know if you can actually measure that and have it fit those numbers exact.
Mommy, do you have water?
Don't, I'm sorry.
But I'm thirsty.
It won't be much longer.
Let's see, it's 47.8.
It's lost. Just we're making it again right now. So
2.
just
I did work this one out. Let's see. So like if you have the temple here, let's see. This angle is 47.8, 36.5 degrees. This is let's see what I did here. This is 75 feet out here. Make sure. Yeah, this is X, what you're trying to figure. What is the height of the Rexford Temple, including Moroni? And then, yeah, so this is height right here. So basically, let's see if I can do this again. I can remember my work here. So you have to do the tangent of this angle right here. So if you did the tangent of 47.8 equals, you can even kind of look back at
Yeah, I can
Right,
pull that
that's
one
right
up.
here. Yep, exactly. H over X. H over X.
Okay.
Oh, there is one actually right up there.
Just go out the door, right down the stairs, put your kids up and come right back, okay?
You know where you went right out there to the bathroom?
Mhm.
Walk a little bit further on the corner to the left, and there should be a drinking fountain there.
Okay.
So H over X, and then, so if we're just following this really, X tangent of this 47.8, this equals H. So again, we're just getting that from this angle right here. Let's make sure I'm doing this right. I'm just gonna fill it out like this example right here. Then we have the tangent of this angle right here, 36.5. Equals this H over, it'll be this X plus 7. So this is the one's X plus 50, but this would be X plus this 75 feet.
So really quick on this, is it jumping like there to there, there to there, there, there? Or is it down and over? In his steps.
Oh, you know, these you kind of work out individually, I guess, and then it comes together.
Okay.
Is that what you were asking? Sorry, I don't.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking it
Okay.
was. I just wasn't sure.
Okay. Did you find it? I'm just filling this in from the same numbers. So. So if you see, I just filled in our numbers basically. X tangent, this angle 47.8 equals X tangent 36.5 plus 75 feet. Tangent 36.5, X tangent 47.8. So then it would be minus tangent of this 36.5 equals 75 tangent 36.5. Then you see this X. So instead of 50 tangent 19.5, we would do this 75 tangent 36.5 over this tangent 47.8 minus tangent 36.5. I did that right. Yep. So then we just solve for that. In fact, I can get my calculator out and make sure. It should be about 152.9. Yeah,
What'd you get?
I got this 152.93.
Okay. Make sure I did that right.
So x, and then what you do is this x tangent. So this tangent of that angle, 47.8, because that's the height you're trying to get. Essentially, so H. 168.66 is what I got.
160.66.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I just rounded it, so it's 0.658, so it's 0.66. So feet. Does that make sense though?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just followed along with their example and
Works out.
came up pretty good. So
Play, laugh, and play. And the children laugh and play.
and then for these, so if we go to, let me just go through these real quick. Explain why the expected response of arc sine negative half equals negative pi over 6 and not 11 pi over 6. I just said, so it's the negative and basically not the positive because we're looking for the inverse
Right.
of the sine of negative half.
Yeah, and I actually watched the video of
Yeah,
that
so
one.
it's not positive, so, yeah.
So that one, made sense.
Sweet. That was pretty easy. And the second one talks about the sun. The sun is far away enough away that an object is shadow. Then an object and its shadow will make a triangle that is similar triangle with another object and its shadow in geometry. We learned that if two shapes are similar, one is an enlargement of the other. This means that the two shapes will have the same angles and their sides will be in the same proportion. What information would we need to calculate the height of the mathematics building at BYU Idaho in feet and inches without actually measuring the building? After you list the information needed, set up the problem as if you were going to solve it. Draw a naval picture instead of a ratio. So I just drew this little picture of a building. Here's the sun. There's the shadow. So really, I think all that you need to know then is the angle of the sun hitting the building, which will create the shadow, and then you need to know the length of the shadow shown on the
Right.
ground, this X. So,
And correct me if I'm wrong, but you're only taking the shadow. You're not taking it from the building. Oh.
yeah, just the shadow.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Sure.
But I think that's all you need to know. So I just said, what information would need to be calculated the height of the mathematics building? So it's kind of like this last question, what we need.
Yeah, and I think it is just because it's kind of like the problems that we did before,
Mm-hmm.
where we only had, without the application, with it being the building or the sun,
Yeah,
we had those two, and we gotta find the height, so.
for sure. So, I think that's it though.
Yeah. I think it's pretty straightforward.
I guess we probably just have to have the video on when we did the quiz, but
Okay,
it's pretty straightforward, so.
I think it's definitely easier than last week.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna turn this off now.